Hi queens, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the love on my last video. Today I thought we'd just do a really quick and less than 10-minute sexy date night look. If you want to achieve this look that I did, please keep watching. Today we're going to start with our Tartelette in Bloom palette for our eye look. But before we do that, we are going to go in with our Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and just prep our eyelids. We're going to go in with the color Charmer from the palette. This is a really great buttery type white vanilla color. It works great as a base. After we've blended that in, we are going to go in with the color Jet Setter from the palette. I love this color. It's an awesome transition color. It works really well for just simple smoky eye looks. You don't have to do a lot of extra work to blend this color out. After we're done blending that out, then we're going to go in with the color Leader. This looks really chocolatey at first glance in the palette, but actually it's not as dark as it looks. It sets very well on top of another shadowy color. We're just going to blend that in as well as we can to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines and that we're staying in the crease. Then we're going to go in with our big fluffy blending brush. This is another Beige Cosmetics brush. Then we're going to go ahead and lay down our shimmer. We're going to be using Funny Girl from the palette. This is a really pretty color. I love this color and it sets so well. It doesn't really set wet like a lot of other metallics or shimmers can. Just pat that on. Just keep patting it on to your liking. Then we're going to go ahead and tightline with our NYX eyeliner in just black. I love the tightline underneath my eyelids because you never want that lid to be shown when you put on false lashes. Then we're going to go ahead with our Tarte clay paint liner. I love this liner because it sets matte and it looks really nice on and it does not crack on you. This is one of my favorites to use. I've gone ahead and put my tape down so that we'll have our super straight line. We don't have to worry about anything being off since we're doing this look so quickly. I'm going to go ahead and take our tape off, put a little bit of mascara on. I don't care what kind of mascara you use. I'm not a mascara snob. Anyone will work. Then we're going to go in with our Vegas Nay Shining Star Lashes. But before we do that, we're going to use our Benefit Pore Minimizer. We're going to get that in the spots that we see that might be too shiny or your pores may be enlarged in those areas and you don't want that to show through your foundation. Then we're going to have our lovely foundation cocktail that I use. I love to use the Niod Photography Fluid liquid. It's so great. I love using that stuff in tandem with my Makeup Forever HD as well as my Milani 2-in-1. It's a great combo. So here I'm just color correcting. We're going to wet our beauty blender so that our foundation will set. Make sure that you blend as well as possible. This is why I'm a big fan of letting your foundation heat up on the back of your hand so that you don't have any blending problems once you've gone ahead and put the foundation down. Make sure you don't forget that neck. You don't want to have multiple colors going on. Then we have my duo that I always use, my LA Girl and my Maybelline Fit Me concealers. They just work so well for me. I love using them together. They conceal perfectly. Our LA Girl Proconceal to contour today. I've been using this one so heavily. I'm normally a matte girl when it comes to concealing, but this one has just been really working with my late summer tan. I'm going to blend this out with my H&M Duo Blender. I love H&M Cosmetics. If you ever get a chance to check them out, please do. They have a lot of really great pigments, glitters, and awesome brushes. They Then I'm going to use my beauty blender to further blend it out to make sure that there's just no harsh lines, that all the colors are blended really well. Then I'm going to use my holy grail. Can't live without my Mercier setting powder. It is my absolute favorite. Can't live without. We're going to set it under our eyes, along the hollows of our cheekbones, down the bridge of our nose. Y'all know the drill. After that, we're going to go in with our Benefit Hoola bronzer. I love to use this bronzer for contour, and I love to go ahead and bake and then put this on, so you don't have to worry about where your contour starts or stops. It's already kind of been carved out for you. Just make sure that you're setting that on top and that you don't pull your contour down too far, too close to your mouth. Going to blend that contour out to make sure it looks natural, that it's even. Can't live without my EOS. Gotta prep my lips. Now we're just going to go ahead and line or just pop a little bit of color on our bottom lids. We're just going to use the residual that's on the brush that we use for our eyeshadow. This just kind of pulls a look all together, that kind of dramatic. I haven't really been working all day, but I look kind of sexy and tired look. Now we're just dusting away our bake that's set. Make sure that you get all of it off. It will show up in photos if you do not get it all off. Then we're going to use our Milani blush in Luminoso. I love this brush. I was so heavy on just like really light, peachy kind of nude blushes this summer, so this one has really stuck for me. Then we're just going to warm up our face with our Bobbi Brown bronzer in Bali Beige. I love this bronzer. I can use it any time of day over any foundation. But first we're going to wet our brush for our highlight. You don't want to ashy highlight, and we're going to use the Artist Couture highlight in Gold Digger. I like to blend my highlight really well. I want to make sure that it's not a cutoff for my highlight, that it goes all the way up to the gold, honey. Making sure that you get all the high points of your face, including the corners of your eye, Cupid's bow, and then we're also going to do our underneath our brow bone. We're going to be using the NYX in Amsterdam today. This is an awesome red lip on the go. It doesn't take a whole lot of manipulating it for it to get it to sit well. I've put a darker liner down because that exacerbates the red. If you ever have a darker lip or a darker liner, that's always great to use underneath red lipstick. And now we're just locking our brows down with some clear brow gel. I think this one is Essence. And now we're just putting our highlight on the top of our brow bone just to pull the look together so that you can be popping from every angle. That's the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you, queens.